Everyone I know remembers the day God returned. Some Christians told us that He would be returning as He was coming to forgive us of our sins, whilst the majority of the other religions told us He was coming to punish us for ruining Earth and causing so many animals and insects to fade into extinction. I'm sending this message from the future to warn you of the massacre to come, and although it goes against everything I believe, I feel like I should at least give a brief warning of the horrors that await you. If you're reading this message, the year should be 2019, but if it isn't, hopefully the year won't be far off where I wanted the message to go to. I was 17 in 2019, and I only have a vague memory of that year. On the other hand, I do remember all the television programs droning on about global warming and about all the plastic in the oceans and how we needed to act now before it's too late. Sadly, I have to tell you that in the future, things are worse than you can ever imagine. There's still plastic in the oceans, and where there was once an Amazon rainforest, there's now only a large stretch of barren land. I know what you're thinking. Why did we not take action sooner? Well, to be honest, you did try, but the task was too difficult. With all the buildup of waste in the oceans, you tried to turn completely to hydroelectric power, but because there was more plastic than water in the oceans, you swiftly changed back to nuclear power, and then came the terrible news from NASA. The sun was slowly but surely expanding due to an unknown force. The news hit everyone like a shockwave as it dawned on you that you didn't have long to live. That was the day God returned. All the television programs, all radio broadcasts abruptly cut off, and there was pure white noise for a few seconds. Then came a voice. It spoke to us all, translated into all languages. Even those who were deaf could hear it. The voice said, "I am God. I have returned." People started screaming. People started rioting. The voice continued, amplified across cities. "I have returned to warn you of the terrors that await you. I have returned after centuries of battling the foul creatures and omnipotent forces that want to take Earth for itself." The creatures had names, but I can't say the name, mainly because I can't pronounce it. I'll call them demons, for want of a better word. The voice returned and spoke to us many times after that, until it became part of our daily lives. The sky turned black, and there was heat wave after heat wave. Many people died before the massacre, killed by starvation and dehydration. For those who survived the drought and food shortage would have later wished that they had died from the effects of the heat wave. We panicked. We prayed. Some of us tried to escape to space and try to move to another planet, perhaps, but that idea quickly diminished as the stars started disappearing, one by one. This sparked true panic into the few skeptics who were left, and more turned to God and begged and prayed for forgiveness. God did not answer our prayers. God did not save us from our sins. It turns out, spending eons battling demons does something to a person. When God spoke to us for the last time, He told us, "I can do no more. I have no more strength. I will leave now and build a new earth, build a new species of human." We screamed, we begged, but there was nothing we could do. God had abandoned us. That was the day the demons broke through. I can't describe them in detail, as I haven't seen many, thankfully. But from what I've heard, they are a mix of many creatures. My sister said one of them had the head of a boar, but had the body of a deformed and bloodied humanoid. There are others too. but you cannot see them with the naked eye. They are the demons that possess people, like in the old horror films I watched from around your time. No one knows when they are possessed, but when you do, it's too late. You've already killed half of your friends and your family. I was one of the few hundred who survived the massacre. We built underground shelters, like in that war you had, I think World War II it was called. There are just 7 shelters left at the time I'm writing this. There is one in London, the one I'm in now, and the rest are in America, Australia, Italy, France, India, and Russia. The rest of the countries are completely destroyed. The population either possessed or engulfed by the demons. If you're in one of those countries that isn't on the list, I strongly suggest you move to one of the countries that is on the list. This shelter is no longer safe. I feel like the demons know where we are. The old man across from me is acting strangely, and we think he may be possessed. We don't know for sure, but in times like these, you can't afford to make mistakes. We held a meeting with the majority of us voted to kill him, just in case. There are no second chances. I'm running out of ink in this relic of an old typewriter. Whether you choose to believe this message is up to you. If you do or don't, it's your choice. But heed this warning. There isn't much you can do to stop the upcoming disaster. But if you prepare yourself just a little, you never know. I think you should start praying. Praying to God. Praying that He never returns. Oh God, they're here. I can hear them outside. They're coming for us. We're all holding our breaths. Please, please heed my warning. Don't pray for me. By the time this message reaches you, I'll probably be dead. Pray for yourselves. Pray they will spare you. Pray that